remember back when I used to watch Batman? Had the red phone. Oh, had the bat phone. Remember that? Buddy, if that thing rang, you knew the dude was coming. Right? They'd shine a little thing up into the cloud, a little bat signal. Remember that? What happened? Batman had to get up from lunch and go, okay, I guess I got to go to work. Okay? You don't get to say, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Commissioner. I'm at Chick-fil-A. I'll be there in a few minutes. That doesn't happen when you're the hero. The hero is on call all the time. Okay? This is like ministry, being a pastor. My phone is on all the time, right next to my bed. And when the alarm company calls me at 2:12 in the morning, because there's a motion detector going off in the building, I can't go back to sleep for hours. Because the adrenaline rush is just like that. Because in my job, if it's in the middle of the night, somebody is either dead or on their way there. That's just the nature of my job. So, when one of my little high schoolish youth group kids thinks it's funny to text message Pastor Tom at 2:12 in the morning, who will go unnamed. Good thing she's not in the room. I can't go back to sleep because I'm on call all the time. And this says that the shepherd is always looking for the wolf. It's not if the wolf is going to come, it's when. Because the wolf loves sheep for a completely different reason. Okay? The wolf doesn't care about the sheep. The wolf cares about lunch. Okay? And so the shepherd is the only defense that the sheep has with the fence. That's the only deal. If the wolf can get past the fence, the sheep are completely vulnerable. What's a sheep going to do to a wolf? Wool them to death? I mean, that's not going to work. You know? That's their only defense, is maybe they'd be so fat they can't get their teeth through. That would be it. They've got to have the shepherd paying attention. And the deal is that it's all by instinct. The wolf is pursuing the sheep by instinct, and the shepherd can be smarter than the wolf. Okay? But you've got to be paying attention all the time. I don't know how to tell you this, but no matter how good your situation is today, it's going to change. No matter how bad your situation is today, it's going to change. Because no matter what you're in the middle of today, it's going to change. It's just life. Everything about life is constantly changing. We can't go backwards in time. We can't go forward in time. Those of you that watch too much TV, I'm sorry, we can't go forward in time. It's not real. That's why it's on the Sci-Fi Channel. All right? Can't do that. Your situation today, maybe you just got a raise, maybe you just got a new job, it's going to change. Because there will come a day that will be an old job, and it won't be a raise. It doesn't matter today. You could be healthy today, sick tomorrow. You could be sick today, healthy tomorrow. No matter what you're in today, it is going to change. It's called entropy. The life is constantly in motion. Your body right now is in the process, some of us, of growing, and some of us of dying, depending on your age. Okay? But it's something you can't stop it. You can't change it. So you might as well learn to live with it. Okay? This church is changing. Why? Because it's a living organism. This isn't a building. This is a group of people, and it's constantly changing. We got new people in. We got people going out. We got people getting old. We got people that are getting. We're all getting older, no matter what age you are. Okay? So it's just part of life. Entropy is just part of life. And so no matter where you're at, you have to decide that you're going to keep fighting on. No matter how rotten it is today, you have to decide, I have to keep going. Because the sheep don't have time for you to sit down and take a nap. Okay? Because the wolf is hoping you'll sit down and take a nap. Because he's sitting up on the hill, waiting for the shepherd to not paying attention. Because if you can just turn your head just for a second, he can get in there and get him a sheep. Happened yesterday. Guy in Colorado was involved in a murder of some people. He ran into Kansas. Police were chasing him. He ran into this house, took this family hostage. Did you read this in the papers? Takes this family hostage. They're trying to get in and negotiate with him and all that stuff. And after a couple of hours, all of a sudden, the people ran out and the cops ran in. The dude fell asleep. After stealing 2 cars and a bunch of other stuff and racing across the state, fell asleep in the middle of the crime, and they walked in and got him. Okay? Same example. I got my sheep. If you fall asleep, somebody's going to come take one. You've got to be paying attention all the time. And you might be surrounded by wolves today, but you have got to decide to keep fighting. You have got to decide to keep your guard up. Why? Because a hero invites the battle, doesn't run from it. And I'm not saying you want to go about life being an argumentative soul that's just looking for a fight. That's not what I'm saying. But the shepherd is wiser and smarter and more equipped than the wolf. I got a big stick with a hook on it. I can whack you from here. Okay? And the wolf knows that. Some of you know this, some of you don't, but at my house we have a snake. Okay? It's not a big one like that big 400-pound, 18-foot job. Ours is pretty small, about like that. Okay? A little ball python. What's weird is we have a cat that is bigger than the snake, that is petrified of the snake. Petrified of it. And if we get the cat near the cat starts freaking out. Because instinctually, the cat knows that can kill him. Okay? Now, the cat could destroy the snake in a heartbeat. But the cat doesn't know that he shouldn't be afraid of the snake. Okay? Then there's a great story about this guy that was a lion tamer, and he worked for Ringling Brothers back in the 1930s. He was in the middle of a cage. And then he's got all his lions and tigers, he's got his chair and his whip, and his chair and his whip, you know, rah, rah, everything. And all of a sudden the lights go out. And all you hear is, rah, and he's going around, the lights come back on, and they said, were you afraid? He goes, no. They said, well, why not? You couldn't see the lions in the dark. He said, they didn't know that. Listen, bluffing is half the game. Because people are watching, and the sheep can tell when you're afraid. Your kids can tell when you're afraid. Your kids can tell when you have no courage. Your kids can tell when you're desperate. They can tell. Because they know your voice. They know your voice. You have got to decide that you're going to face the battle head on. You can't run, because if you run, you're going to get destroyed. The hero finishes the job. Finishes the deal. We're not interested in wounding the wolf. Because the wolf is not interested in wounding you. The wolf is interested in killing you. And your enemy is interested in killing you. Not in hurting you. Destroying you. And we sing a song, and there's a phrase that's referred to as Jesus, who is the lover of my soul. That means you have somebody who doesn't love your soul. And the thief, the wolf, is not interested in just maiming you. The wolf would fight you until you are dead. And for you to win the battle and protect your sheep, you have to fight until he's dead. Until the sword is run through. Not just, oh, okay, you just stay there. All right, don't do that again. What's he going to do? He's going to be back. You have to take care of the wolf. One wolf at a time. Unfortunately, there's not just one wolf. There's lots of wolves. What you need to do is you need to be a Riley. Let me tell you this story. This kid went to a small high school in the Northeast. And he was a basketball player. And this one particular game in the spring, there had been a flu epidemic go through his school. And so for that basketball game on Friday night, there were only 5 guys who dressed out. Riley was one of them. The game was close, and as they get down toward the last 5 or 6 minutes of the game, a guy on Riley's team fouls out. So it's 5 against 4. A couple more minutes go by, another guy fouls out, so now it's 5 against 3. Teams keep trading basket, another guy fouls out, and it's 5 against 2. They trade baskets one more time, and now it's 5 against 1 because the other guy had fouled out. So it's Riley against 5, and the game is tied. The other team is shooting a free throw. They shoot and they miss. Riley gets the ball, dribbles down the left side of the court, breaks to the basket, lays it in, gets fouled, makes the basket and the free throw. Riley is ahead by 3. The other team comes down and scores right away because Riley can't guard 5 guys by himself, but now he's ahead by 1. So now he has to take the ball out of bounds. And in basketball, you're not allowed to throw the ball into yourself unless it touches someone else. And there was a guy on the other team who wasn't paying attention, who had turned his back. So Riley hits him with the ball, gets the ball, goes down the same left side of the court, pulls up, shoots a jump shot, makes the jump shot, gets fouled, makes the free throw. So now he's up by 4. The other team comes down and scores right away. Why? Because Riley can't guard 5 people all by himself, and then he's ahead by 2. He's got to take the ball out again. Same big doofus guy. Not paying attention. Hits him with the ball, but this time Riley freaks everybody out and dribbles down